More about that, we're joined by Jason Brodsky. He's the policy director of the group United Against a Nuclear Iran. Good to see you, Jason. Thank you for being with us. It seems the Europeans are finally taking steps, aren't they, to try and hold Iran accountable over its nuclear program. Is it a case of too little too late?
I think it is too little too late. It's the bare minimum of what the Europeans should be doing. I agree with their desire to advance the ball and to put a table of censure resolution this week, but they also have a lot of work left to do in Europe writ large. For example, denying permission of the many Iranian banks which are operating in Europe to this day. Prescribing the IRGC as a terrorist organization. The list goes on. So this is a step in the right direction. It's necessary, but not sufficient.
And this follows comments from the IAEA chief, Rafael Grossi. He said that Iran is becoming more aggressive in its pursuit of a nuclear bomb. And he, of course, was in Tehran in May. We're not used to this kind of strong language from him, are we? Do you think that the IAEA itself is becoming more aware of what Iran is up to?
Well, I think his comments are reflecting a reality where the Islamic Republic has been emboldened in its nuclear escalation because of a non-response from the United States and its allies. The history of 2021 forward shows that Iran has made its greatest strides in its nuclear program during the Biden administration. After the Trump administration withdrew from the JCPOA, Iran took gradual but carefully calibrated and reversible steps to break out of the constraints that were a part of the JCPOA. And I think that speaks to a stunning lack of deterrence from the United States and its allies with respect to Iran's nuclear program.
Well, the US reportedly is concerned that this move by the European countries will make Iran even more aggressive. The Biden administration still going down the diplomatic route, still trying to get the JCPOA going, it seems, by holding talks with Iran in Oman. You think they're still holding out for a deal before the election?
I don't think that there will be any deal before the election. Tehran does not want a formal nuclear deal before the election because it wants to see what the political situation will be with the United States. But I remain deeply skeptical of the utility and the effectiveness of any kind of nuclear diplomacy with the Islamic Republic as long as it remains the Islamic Republic. And I think it's time the United States and its European allies to wake up to the reality that there will never be a productive working relationship with the Islamic Republic as long as it remains the Islamic Republic. And until we take that message, we absorb it and understand it, as the last 45 years have shown us, we're going to continue to have the same problems.
There's been some pushback, hasn't there, inside the US from Congress. Is this becoming a political problem for Biden? If he doesn't do something, is he risking looking weak in the run-up to the elections?
I think Iran has always been a political problem for the Biden administration, and that's because it has been pursuing a policy since 2021, which is not endorsed by bipartisan majorities of the U.S. Congress and of the American people. This policy does not have sustainable political support in the United States. And we need to come to some kind of consensus as to what the acceptable contours of a bipartisan strategy are in Iran. And I see very little evidence that there is any attempt in Washington and on the official level in Congress and in the administration to get to that point. And until we do so, we're going to continue to have these wild swings in Iran policy that really only benefit the Ayatollah.
Jason, thank you very much. Jason Brodsky there.
Thank you.